is your state. So we will be discussing about what is a state. ठीक है, एकदम बेसिक से इन द ल्यूसिड मैनर हम आज ये डिस्कशन करेंगे, ताकि जिसको कुछ भी आइडिया भी नहीं है सब्जेक्ट के बारे में, दे कैन ऑल्सो गेट इंटरेस्ट एंड स्टार्ट कनेक्टिंग, राइट? फाइन. तो स्टेट क्या है, हम इसको समझने की कोशिश करते हैं. देखो, जैसे हमारी सोसाइटी है, हमारे आसपास बहुत सारे ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस है, बहुत सारे इंस्टीट्यूशंस है, राइट? तो उसमें आप सोचो, जैसे एजुकेशनल इंस्टीट्यूशंस है, एंड और गवर्नमेंट ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस है, सब कुछ. तो ये डिफरेंट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन इंस्टीट्यूशंस है, ये आपस में एक दूसरे से कनेक्टेड है. कैसे कनेक्टेड है? वाया स्टेट. ठीक है. सो हम दूसरी तरीके से ये कह सकते हैं कि स्टेट इज द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन इन द सोसाइटी. फाइन. और इट हेल्प्स इन लिंकिंग डिफरेंट ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस, एज यू कैन सी. तो अगर स्टेट एब्सेंट होगा तो इन डिफरेंट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में हार्मोनियस रिलेशनशिप नहीं रहेगा. ठीक है. सो इन अदर वर्ड्स वी कैन से अ स्टेट इज वेरी इसेंशियल फॉर डेवलपिंग हार्मोनियस रिलेशनशिप बिटवीन डिफरेंट इंस्टीट्यूशंस एज वेल एज फॉर डेवलपमेंट, राइट? तो आपको समझ में आ रहा है, स्टेट एक सेंट्रल बॉडी है जो डिफरेंट इंस्टीट्यूशंस एंड ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस को कंट्रोल करती है. ठीक है. अब हम चलते हैं कि व्हाई द स्टेट इज रेलिवेंट. ये जो स्टेट की आपकी जो हम स्टडी करेंगे, इसी को हम इंडियन पॉलिटी एंड गवर्नेंस बोलेंगे, which is our subject matter. Okay, so the study of state is itself your Indian polity and governance. Now you would say, what is the state? The state is nothing else but India, right? So in other words, we are going to study Indian polity and governance. And by now आपको आइडिया हो गया होगा कि ये स्टेट मशीनरी क्या है, और ये जो इंडिया है जो डिफरेंट इंस्टीट्यूशंस को कनेक्ट कर रहा है. So definitely we got to study these institutions also. Fine. So yes, now we come to what are the different classifications, or rather what is a state composed of. State can be divided into 5 parts. Okay, what are these 5 parts? Number 1 is your legislature. Number 2 is your executive. Number 3 is your judiciary. Number 4 is your constitution. And number 5 is the people. Okay. So these are the 5 parts, and this is your polity syllabus for your UPSC. Fine. तो आगे बढ़ने से पहले ये जो 5 पार्ट्स है, आपका जो पूरा UPSC का सिलेबस है, इट इज स्टडी ऑफ दीज 5 सेक्शंस, राइट? तो अब ये 5 पार्ट्स क्या है जो स्टेट को बनाते हैं, ये हम थोड़ा ब्रीफ में समझ लेते हैं, एंड देन स्ट्रेट अवे वी वुड गो टू डिफरेंट टॉपिक्स, राइट? सो लेट्स प्रोसीड. सबसे पहले हम आते हैं, व्हाट इज अ लेजिस्लेचर. लेजिस्लेचर क्या है? लेजिस्लेचर इज एन एजेंसी which is responsible for formulation of law. Formulation of law. You have your parliament, right? जो law making body है, fine, जहाँ पे laws बनते हैं, okay? And यहाँ पे कौन से लोग रहते हैं? They are the people representatives. The representatives of people comprise your legislature, okay? And they are the ones who are responsible for formulating law. Okay, so this is your legislature. So in one word you can say legislature is the one which is specialized in formulation of laws. Next comes your executive. Executive, who are the executives? Executives are the ones who are responsible for implementation of law. Okay. Legislatures form the laws and executives implement that law. Okay. So this machinery which is responsible for implementing the law is addressed or is called as your executive. Fine. So in short, we have done this. Now, because see, in the details we'll be doing it in the subsequent chapters. Just when since we are doing only what is state over here, so yes, a brief idea of these 5 parts. Third is your judiciary. Now, how judiciary is relevant is one of the most important institutions. Why? Because see, since we have seen judiciary are executives are implementing law, and your legislature is formulating law. So there are chances there would be dispute or conflicting relationships between these two, between your legislature and your executive. Fine. So who would be a dispute settlement machinery? Who would settle the disputes in case there is dispute between legislature and executive? For that, we have a specialized agency called as judiciary. So they are responsible for the dispute settlement, or rather you can say they are responsible for interpretation of law. Okay. So in short, you can say legislature is formulating law, executive is implementing that law, and judiciary is interpreting that law. Okay. Now we come to the 4th part of the state. Now the 4th part is your constitution. Constitution of India. Okay. So as I explained you earlier, that state is responsible for building a harmonious relationship between these institutions, and they have to be coordinated, right? So for that they need this constitution. Constitution gives authority to these 3 important institutions. That is your executive, your legislature, and your judiciary. Fine. So this is our constitution, and this is the Constitution of India, which we are going to study as a part of our syllabus in your coming up lectures. Okay. Now the 5th component of state, your polity and governance, is the people. Because it is the people of India, who is getting services from the state. Okay. So with this, we can have a conclusion about state, that what is a state and the 5 important constituents of a state, and what is the syllabus material of our this UPSC Indian Polity and Governance. Okay. So now in the subsequent lecture series, we would be studying about this executive, legislature, judiciary in details, and the different bodies, your constitutional bodies, and fundamental rights, duties, and everything would be covered in a very systematic way. Okay. So till then, thank you all of you. Have a good day.